Hello and welcome back to my channel, guys. I'm Gabby, and today I'll be sharing with you this painting of Bakunawa from a Filipino folklore that I read up on. I mainly got the idea from my husband because he's really into like mythology and all that cool stuff. So yeah, and I was kind of curious about it, and I've been kind of wanting to paint something a little bit different than I usually do. But yeah, so today I'll be I'll be using my watercolors from my Schmincke Watercolor Palette. I have like 33 colors in it. If you guys want to see more details on it, I'll put a link down below of that video if you guys want to see more details of the colors and how I did it, and yeah. But so as you can see, I'm setting up all my stuff. For my brushes, which you'll see me pull out right now, I'm using, it's called like, I think it's called some other name. I'll put the link down below for it. But on the brush itself, it says Midas Touch Round, and it's a size 10 brush. I got it from Jackson's, so I'll definitely put the link down below for that brush. I love this brush to death. I'm super happy that I got it. I kind of want to get, there's two other brushes. There's one that's a flat brush and a rounded kind of flat brush almost. But do I need it? Probably not, but yeah. And then the other brush that I'm going to be using today is the Escoda Versatile Brush size 4. I'm really happy with this duo of brushes. The size 10 and 4 are great together. I do kind of want like a middle. It's just hard when you're shopping online though to kind of gauge what size the brushes look in person. So I'll go into more detail about it later, but I'm thinking about maybe a size 8 or 4. And honestly, I kind of want to go smaller than the 4 and get like a 2 maybe, because to do more tinier details. Like, I know I should probably just get like a regular like detail brush, but I just love the idea that I can travel with these brushes and then be safe. So I'm kind of obsessed with them because I'm kind of tired of buying like brushes, just like regular brushes, because the tip doesn't stay like pointy like for too long, while these ones, they like, I don't know what it is with these brushes, but they are on point, no pun intended. Like, they stay like super pointy, and I'm like, it's beautiful and perfect for me. But anyways, sorry, babbling. But yeah, right now I'm just doing a big wash on the little guy with what color am I using? Cobalt Turquoise Light by Winsor Newton, and I absolutely adore this color. It's like my favorite color out of the palette. Whenever I get to use it, it's just such a joy to use. And as you can see right now, I'm doing like a stippling motion with it, like creating this texture, and I absolutely love that I went with this idea, because before I was just gonna do a big wash and then that was probably it, and then maybe do little dots here like I usually do and for my texture. But this one I did a lot more, and I feel like it kind of created this little movement and like, I don't know, depth through the piece. So you'll see it more later on as it goes. Right now I'm just doing the base layer, but yeah. Anyways, so I'm gonna talk about this dragon for a little bit. I hope you guys want to listen to this. But yeah, if you don't want to, you can always mute me and just put some music on. And also, like, try to paint with me or something. Like, paint your dragon or something. I don't know. Or, you know, do stuff around the house. Or just drink your coffee or tea. I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there for you guys to do. Anyways, but, okay, yeah. So, Bakunawa. This is, like, it's kind of weird because the name doesn't really sound like it should be from the Philippines, because it doesn't really sound very Filipino-y. I don't know. It, like, if you knew the language, it doesn't really sound right. But anyways, Bakunawa. So he was believed to be the cause of eclipses? Yeah. Anyways, so he appears as this giant sea serpent with the mouth apparently the size of a lake. I don't know. And has this red tongue, he has the whiskers, gills, and all that, you know, good stuff. And he apparently has wings, but I didn't draw that in this one because I was just like, I don't know. But a lot of them, they would say is that he's like basically like I said, a giant sea serpent like dragon. And he has at least 3, what do you call those? Fins? I guess, like 3 sets of fins along his body, on his back, And then, what other distinctive features? I mean, that was pretty much it. They didn't really give a lot of information on this guy. There's not that much. But anyways, during ancient times, there were 7 moons created by Bathala, which is basically the god, like Zeus, I guess, like where he created a lot of things, and I don't know. I don't really know the information. I'm gonna do more research later on. It's just what it was said. I'll put the link down below for the page that I got this from too. And so yeah, anyways, Bakunawa was amazed by the moon's beauty and would rise from the ocean and swallow the moon's whole, angering Bathala, making them mortal enemies. But in some other stories, it said that Bathala didn't really care, so there was that too. It was mainly like the people being pissed about it, but anyways, we'll get into that later. But to prevent the moon from being swallowed, the Filipinos would make noise to scare it away with pots and pans, or lull it to deep sleep by playing soothing sounds with their musical instruments. There's one bit where they, like, I guess the people were trying to ask Bathala, be like, hey, this guy is eating our moons, can you help us out? Bathala was like, yeah, no, bro, I'm not gonna help you. but if you want to stop the guy, bang your pots and pans, see what happens, basically. And they did it, and it worked. And like, it was kind of weird, like, because what happened was he was about to eat the last moon, and the Filipinos decided to bang their pots and pans, and then he basically just throw it back out. And then he was like, nah, bro, bye, and then went back to the sea and was like gone, I guess. But then there's other tales where it says like he had a sister. This one's weird though. She was a sea turtle. I don't know where they got that bit. But anyways, she would visit a certain island in order to lay her eggs, but then the locals found out every time she visited that the water seemed to follow her, so it would reduce the island's size. And because of that, they were like, let's kill her. And they did, which was terrible. And then, because like they were just, I mean, I get it. They were worried that, you know, their island would have been like engulfed, but at the same time, it was a douche move, guys. Douche move. And therefore, he found out about that, and so obviously he got pissed, and because of that, he ate the moon, or the moons. And then, so obviously they did the same thing. They prayed to Bathala. He was like, nah, but told him the good bits of how to get rid of him. And yeah. But then there was others, like another story saying how Bathala fell in love with a human girl from one of the native tribes, and the head of the tribe found out and burned their house to ashes. I'm assuming he killed the girl too. They killed the girl by doing so. I don't know. It wasn't said, but because when Bathala found out, he was so freaking angry and tried to take revenge by eating all the 7 moons. So, you know, there was that thing again. And when he was about to eat the last one, this is where, in this story, Bathala jumped in and was like, yo, you gotta stop. And then banished him from his home, I guess. Oh, and like, what does it say? He banished his home away from the sea, which I don't really understand what that means. And then, and for that myth, it says, like, the reason for the eclipse is Bathala is trying to come back home to, like, and this is where in the story it says, come back home to his deceased family. So, you know, they obviously killed them. So there's that. But like, yeah, so that's all the information I found on the guy, to be honest. I wish there was more. I'm planning on ordering some books on Filipino folklore. Apparently there's like an author that does all this kind of stuff on it. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm probably going to make more little renditions of my own of what these monsters or what beings will be. Given I feel like I made him a little bit more inviting with this painting, but I love this color combo. I was so happy with it. I mean, I don't know. I'm planning on making another painting because you'll see in the other video, I made a couple of sketches of this dragon basically, and I really, really loved 2 of them, and this is one of them, obviously. And the other one, though, it has like a whole kind of background and scene kind of thing going on. I love it. But the problem is I'm trying to figure out what colors to use, so that one's going to be on the back burner for a bit while I try to figure out color combos and try not to mess it up. So there's that. But yeah, so definitely there'll be another video of this, and you'll be seeing that beautus. I don't really know. I'm not sure how it's gonna turn out. I'm really nervous, not gonna lie, guys. So yeah, I hope you guys really at least found that semi-interesting, listening to me kind of babble about this dragon. So I don't know, it was just something I was really into, and I kind of want to get more into my like Filipino heritage, I guess, especially since now I have a little wee one, and I kind of want to have him also involved, because I feel like growing up in America as a Filipino, my parents didn't really like focus on trying to, you know, keep us educated, I guess, about our background and all that stuff. We all, like, I barely know anything, and the last time I visited the Philippines was when I was like 11. I'm planning a trip maybe in a couple years, so that'll be fun. But yeah, but for now, I'm just gonna be looking up stories, learning my heritage. I'm also trying to learn Tagalog. I understand it, I just don't know how to speak it. So especially if we're gonna be visiting, I kind of want to know how to speak the language. I mean, given a lot of Filipinos in the Philippines, they know English. They're automatically taught it when they're in grade school, and they keep going, and which I think is pretty freaking cool, by the way. So that's awesome. But it'd be nice to learn the language, and just learn another language in general. Like, I don't know. And this one will be helpful for me for later on. So yeah. But oh, sorry. I heard like there was like someone honking their horn outside. Anyways, though. Oh, but yeah, right now, as you can see, I'm doing like the little scales now, and oh my god, it's just, I'm loving how this guy's turning out. This is my first time painting a dragon. Who is honking their horn outside my house? Sorry. Anyways, but yeah, I'm loving how this guy's turning out. Like this, I didn't have a lot of high hopes for this painting, because I really thought it was gonna kind of go to shit a little bit, just a little bit. I think it did help, though. I didn't show this process, though, but what I did was I painted like an outline of the dragon on my tablet, and then transferred the outline to obviously this watercolor paper. So I feel like that helped out a lot with at least proportioning, because usually I don't do that. Usually when I paint my stuff, like I tend to do it freehand, which it's nice, but when you have a sketch already, it's like it's so much easier just to blow it up on a tablet if you have it, and then just outline it that way, and then transfer it to the watercolor paper. Plus, then on the watercolor paper, you don't leave a lot of pencil residue or have a lot of marks, I guess, because I don't know if you guys have ever seen me do my sketches, but when I sketch, I put a lot of there's a lot of line work. It's not clean. It's very messy. So yeah, I don't really do those clean little sketches that a lot of people do. So, but yeah, but yeah, like anyways, this is like a little win for me. Very happy with how this guy turned out. There is a bit of a long ways to go. I'll probably like dip out on here for a little bit and then pop back in. Again, sorry if this is like not your cup of tea. It's something I want to share with you guys. So, yeah. Anyways, I'll be right back. Bye for now. guys, again. I didn't think I'd be back so soon, but because I was pulling out these paints in the video, I wanted to talk about them a little bit. I really love how these paints looked on this painting. So as you can see, I used the colors Moon Gold mainly first, and then later on I go back in with Walnut. That's what I was showing you with those two, like the little swatch or little, I guess, mini moons I made, because I wanted to kind of test out and see if I can add dimension to it, because I didn't just want it to be one thing of color. I wanted it to kind of actually be like the moon, as if it, but more like obviously metallic. But yeah, it was really cool doing this, and this is when I started realizing also later on down the road that I wasn't happy with the clouds being those colors. Like, I think if the moon was a different color or something, or if I made it darker on near where those clouds were, I think it would have been fine. But I think because it was so similar to the belly too, like the color of the metal, it just didn't sit well with me. But I was happy with how that moon looked though, so I wasn't changing anything with that moon. I could have, no. But yeah, anyways, about these paints. These are the Coliro metallic watercolor paints. I got them from Jackson's as well. I don't know if they have this pan anymore, like this palette. Because when I was looking back on Jackson's, the palette was different. It was like this black, plasticky looking one. I think it's plastic. I don't know. I kind of hope not, because I really like how this metal palette feels. It feels very like, I don't know, it just feels nice. Given I don't use it to like mix colors in the palette, but it's just it's very aesthetically pleasing, I guess, for me. And I do hope it's still the same kind of setup though, because the way that these pans go on, there's like, hold on, let me see. Yeah, there's like a little circle underneath, and you just pop them in. And so I'm hoping it's still the same kind of thing. So, because I still want to get more paints later on down the road. Oh, sorry, I was babbling. Anyways, as you see, this is how it looks. And then in the next clip, you'll see me changing the color of the clouds. So there's that. I kind of should have just listened to my husband, because he was saying like maybe to have the clouds be a pinkish orange color, and I ended up doing the pinkish color, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if I'm completely happy with how this looked, but at the same time, I think it looks like it doesn't look any worse. But I don't know if it looks to me any better with the pink clouds. I feel like I could have done it better, because I feel like at this point, this was like my third day working on it. Yeah, that's how, it took me a couple days to work on this piece. I mean, because, you know, I have a kid, so, and he's a little wee one, so I don't have a lot of time to be painting. So when I do, it's great. Sorry, I kind of skipped over with painting the clouds, because it was a very tedious part, and plus, like, I didn't really do a lot of footage for it too. But as you can see, I'm doing a little bit of, I don't know, I guess I'm adding little glistening effects to his scales with the white Posca pen. So just to like add a little bit more interest, and like as if he got out of the water, to be honest. So that was another main thing, a reason why I was doing that. But yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and listening to me talk about the story of Bakunawa. I'm sorry if it was a bit like babbly and rambly-y. I don't know. I just really was passionate about learning about the story, and it was just so interesting to me. And also, I just had a lot of fun like planning it out, like this whole sketch out. And oh my god, I'm just so happy with how he turned out. Like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to hang this baby up. I'll try to see if I can find any other little folklores or mythology stuff to do paintings of, because this was just so much fun and totally out of my comfort zone. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!